We're going to look at Classroom IQ's really awesome item analysis features and also how to look over tests with students if they were to come up to you and say, hey, um, why did I do so bad on this test? Can we look through it really quick together? Here's how you could do something like that. I'm here on my login screen. I've got all these wonderful icons, all these tests I've given, some I've graded, some I haven't graded, but we're going to look at this item analysis icon over here, and I'm going to go ahead and click on item analysis. And first of all, I picked a test that doesn't really exist. So a couple things about this screen. Up here in the upper left-hand corner are all the different tests you might have had. So perhaps I'm looking over an Algebra 2 test with an Algebra 2 student. I can select that test, and instead of having it show all my students in the world, I can have it show me a specific class or a specific roster. And right at the top of the page, it's color-coded. You can see we had some struggles in certain areas, but the color coding right away tells me how we're doing, how many points the question was out of, how the students averaged on that question. If I wanted to share this information with the class, I could hide all their information so they can just see how we did as a class on things. These always stay red no matter what, but up here you can obviously see what's going on. Also, what you can do is if a specific student comes to you and says, why did I not do well on my test? Or if you're looking at a specific question, you're like, geez Louise, they really bombed this thing over here. What the heck were they thinking? You can quickly go through and look to see what each kid did on that test, on that specific question. I mean, obviously as you're grading stuff, you have a sense for that already, but it's still kind of nice to have your suspicions verified. Or if a specific kid wants to come to you and say, why did I not do well? Instead of me having to go through a stack of papers, or they lost their test or they forgot it, I can go to this screen, go to their name, and we can go through and be like, well, you left this one blank. You know, you can just kind of talk to them through what happened and talk about the retake process from there. That's basically how the item analysis works on this thing. A couple of things I just want to refresh your memory on. Up here you have your rosters. So I've forgotten this a few times and gotten burned, but like there's all my students. You can look at all of them all at once or pick a specific class. You can go up here in the upper left hand corner and pick the exact test you want to look at. And I want to mention these for you as well because this is a pretty streamlined screen and it's not obvious that here's where you should go. And when the students look at their own version of this, they have a similar menu setup where they have to click on these things that don't look like buttons to find the different tests that you've returned to them. So it's been pretty helpful and it's helped me stay organized, and I hope you guys enjoy it too.